Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Senate.
Hello there, and welcome to today's video, the Jedi Knight Revan Unlock Guide. So today's video will be split into 3 parts: pre-unlocking Jedi Knight Revan, unlocking Jedi Knight Revan, and post-unlocking Jedi Knight Revan. Obviously, this is the first part because he is not unlocked yet.
Come on, you're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
So we're just gonna see the team right here. Obviously, I don't have mission 7 stars, so I don't have the unlock for him. But this is some pretty low gear. This has beat the first 5 tiers, so we'll see about the 6th one. I may have to make some edits, but the first 5 tiers, this team has not had much of a problem yet. So, for the 4th and 5th tiers, you probably do need mods. But right now, I have no mods on these characters. I've put them on other characters. So we're just going to demonstrate how easy this event is. We've got Mission and Zalbar here. We're going to run Zalbar lead. Obviously, you can't run any lead, because Mission and Zalbar both do not have a lead. So we're just going to go in here and put it on auto. It's pretty simple. This one is the more dicey of situation. I think even if you put it on fully auto, we've got a gear 6 and a gear 7, basically free gear. Neither of these characters are modded, so obviously you want to do this with mods, but I'm just going to show you how you can literally just auto it without mods. A slight bit of RNG is involved, but yeah, you can literally beat this unmodded. The first 3 tiers, you can beat them unmodded with gear 6 to 8. And I might say this is like gear 7 in the thumbnail or title. It's because gear 7 is the average. 2 gear 8s, 2 gear 7s, and a gear 6, that would average out to 7.2, I believe. Something around that. So the average gear is around gear 7. As you can see, we just autoed all the way through. And yeah, the first phase pretty easy. We didn't even lose a single character, so yeah, we'll just move on to the second phase now. Second phase is probably the easiest of all of them because you get to use Bastila Shan. Just to show how easy this is, we're gonna run Zalbar lead, right? And for all you guys who don't know, which is pretty simple though, but Zalbar literally has no lead, so obviously you want to be running Bastila Shan lead, but just to test, see that they can still win even without a leadership. Because this event is pretty easy. And I can do the first half, I can do unmodded. I might try to do tier 4 unmodded in the second, later. But yeah, you can do the first 3 phases completely unmodded. Mob Force is probably the toughest boss I've ever seen. Alright, pretty simple. Just slap it on auto with gear 7s, no mods, you'll be fine. Time for tier 3. Should still be pretty simple. Once again, let's use Zalbar lead, right? Zalbar leads the meta. Yet nobody cares about the dialogue. Alright, just throw it on auto. Let them do their work. T3 and 4 dropping the nuke.
This is Sparta!
Oh, T3 and 4 with the kill. They're dropping a nuke. And that will be it for the first 3 tiers. I'll take a little cut for the next couple. Figure out how to get the last 3 tiers in. So I think the footage has been like corrupted or something. So just gonna do strategy tips for Jedi Knight Revan. You don't really need great characters. You do need some decent mods though, but your mods are gonna be good. Like for your arena team, you want to swap them over. Ideally, you want to mod like Jolie for high health, Zalbar for health, Bastila, you want like speed and potency. T3 and 4 doesn't really matter. Mission doesn't really matter. So, yeah. The strategy tips here, you were to need Tier 4 you can auto. If you have your mods on Tier 4, you can auto. But if you're having trouble with Tier 4, make sure you're focusing down the Tusken Champion first. The kill order would be the Champion, and then potentially the Elder, and then the Brute, because the Brute taunts. But you can kill the Brute first if you want. It just do not kill the Champion last, because killing the Champion last is going to give him a whole lot of buffs when he's standing alone. So you want to kill Champion first. And if you can't kill him first, then kill him second or kill him third, but just don't let him be the last one alive. If there's like one guy left and Champion, and you could easily kill that one guy, no, you gotta kill Champion. And number 5, in my opinion, the most difficult one. The strategy's pretty simple for the first 3 waves. You can auto the first 2 waves. The third wave, you want to, what's it called? On every wave, you want to prioritize the red troopers over the gray troopers, because the red troopers are the DPS and the gray troopers are the tanks. So you want to get around the taunts with like Revan's mark and stuff, and you want to be dispelling the taunts when you can. So, yeah, the premise of that and the third phase, you have to you should kill the 2 red troopers first, and then the last guy, you just beat him up, but don't use any of your specials. And try to get as high protection as possible, and as high health as possible, using like Jolie's basic and his heal and stuff. Because you want all your cooldowns, all your abilities off cooldown once you go into the third phase. So the third phase, I don't remember. I think the guy, the Grey Trooper has a pre-taunt. So there's 2 Grey Troopers, the boss, and 2 Red Troopers. So what you want to do is you want to mark down the boss as quickly as possible, because he's going to do a ton of damage if you don't kill him early. Make sure you're going into this with Savior, because if you go into Tier 5 without Savior, then it's going to be very difficult. And I don't think the mark will last the whole time, but save Revan's turn meter swap for when the mark runs out. If you haven't dispelled the taunt on the Grey Trooper already, then you should dispel it with Bastila, and if it's not Bastila's turn, have Revan swap a turn. And you want to gun down the boss as quickly as possible. And after that, if you could land like a buff immunity or something on the taunting tank, then that would be great, because if he can't get his taunt, then he can't be annoying. And focus down the red troopers when you can. If you're stuck behind a taunt, try to swap to Bastila, and dispel it. And yeah, that's my advice for Tier 5. In my opinion, Tier 5 is the hardest of the tiers. And Tier 6, my advice for Tier 6 would to be, Tier 6 is actually somewhat straightforward. They prioritize targeting Bastila and Jolie. Obviously, you want to run Bastila lead. Just try to swap around with Bastila and Revan. Just keep swapping the strategic advantage between those 2. And if people get low, you can heal them up with Jolie. So yeah, that's basically the strategy tips for the Jedi Knight Revan event. It's in the last tier. It's perfectly fine if Mission or Zalbar or T3 and 4 dies early. I mean, obviously Revan doesn't play child support anyway, so it's fine if they die off early. You need to keep Bastila and Jolie alive. And once everyone goes down but Revan, obviously Revan cannot solo it like he can the first... Well, he can't solo the first tier, but he can almost solo the first tier. Once you get down to 1 Jedi, then you're effectively done. So you have to have more than 1 alive, and prioritize keeping all 3 alive. The other 3, T3 and 4 Zalbar mission, they don't matter at all. So, that'll be it for today's Jedi Knight Revan guide. See you guys later.